Hi guys, welcome. Radis here. Namaste. I've been contemplating on how our inner state of beings are affecting everyone around us. Every single state of being that we internally host is being transmitted and broadcast outwardly to everyone around us. Wow, just think all the billions of people on this planet and the impact we have on each other. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, the state I'm in is being felt by you guys right now in every single moment, future moments too. Now, as we are practicing yoga and we are remapping our brains in direction of ease and integrity, think what kind of influence you can have on people around you. We are changing the way we are showing up in this world, and we are enhancing our broadcast. And if you think you don't know how to do this, trust me, something inside you does. Now, the main question is, how can we keep ourselves in that state of true ease? When we are in that state, everyone around us become more at ease too, simply because of our calmness. We do it for ourselves and we do it for others. Think about your work colleagues, your family members, your husbands, wives, children. Our inner state has a direct effect on how they feel. With this class, I'm inviting you to start asking yourself questions. What am I choosing? What is the quality of my presence? What is my mood? What am I broadcasting? I'm inviting you to this slow and deeply nourishing practice. Our focus is on splits. So we're going to focus on opening our hamstrings and as well as our flexors. Take a moment to sit in a cross-legged position. Sit on the block or a blanket. You need 2 cork blocks and you need a strap. So sit upright, your spine straight, roll your shoulders back and arrive into your easy pose. Take a moment to center. Feel your sit bones grounded. The earth, the block is supporting you. Your body heavy and grounded. Inhale and lift through your spine. Your belly expands with air. And as you exhale, your waist narrows and your breath departs through your nostril. Again, inhale through your nostrils. Fill up your lungs, throat, ribs, belly with air. And exhale. Eyes are closed, go within. First thing to do, see where you are, how you're feeling today, what happened to you. Scan your emotional landscape, your physical body, any aches, pains, tension in your body. How are you feeling right now? Just take a moment to accept that place you are in and come back to your breath again. Allow the stillness to resolve some of the underlying conflicts. Locating ease, that's the project for today. And bring your palms in front of your heart. Take a moment to arrive in the heart space, neutral mind. I'm going to start with 3 Om sounds. Inhale deeply. Om. Om. Allow your chin to your heart. Moment of arriving, gratitude. Welcome yourself to your practice. And open your eyes. Get the breaths. Become aware of the room you are in. And we're going to go to supine position, lying down on your back. Grab your strap. If you don't have a strap, use your belt or a towel. And take a moment to lie down on your back with spine supported, knees bent. And first thing to do, hug your right knee into your chest. To release your right hip. Take a couple of breaths in your right hip. Lengthen, deepen your breath. Use your breath to fill up your body with prana, life force energy. And then straighten your right leg and use your strap to position on top of your right foot, the ball of your right foot. And you can keep your knee slightly bent, bring your knee towards your nose to open your hip more, and then re-extend your leg a few times. Bend your knee, open your hip, and exhale, straighten your leg. Feel any tension, right? So it might feel quite tight on the right side of your hamstring. Opening, keep your legs straight, holding your strap with both hands, shoulders back. So that's stage one. Stage two would be to straighten your left leg as well. Now, if that feels too much, too tight, you can back off and keep your left knee bent. And another option would be to come up a little bit higher, make it more advanced. Grab your calf and lift your chest and chin. Open your collarbones, open your elbows wide apart. Press your right inner thigh away from you. Straighten your right leg more. And flatten your lower spine. Press your lower spine into your mat to engage your core muscles. Stretching your hamstring. So again, option to keep the left knee straight. Then let your leg be there without any support. Extend your arms right in front of you. Bring your knee closer to your nose. And lower your leg slowly, with control, down. Keep your core active. Take a moment to relax and come back to a second side. So left knee goes to your left side of your ribs. Open your hip, release, take a couple of breaths. We're working with the body to just become more present, using the breath to settle down our thinking, more subtleties. And extend your left leg straight out. Grab your strap and position your strap on the ball of your left foot. Straighten your left knee. Flatten your lumbar spine, left leg straight. Stay here. You can bend your left knee, just opening your left hip and then re-extend again. Bend your left knee. And re-extend a couple of times, bend your knee again, re-extend, then again stay here or come up a little bit higher, catch your calf and left calf and come up more upright, open your elbows wide apart, lift your chest, chin, straighten your left knee and straighten your right leg forward. Breathe. Deep breathing. Flatten your spine, pressing your lumbar spine into your mat. Then let your leg be there without any support. Extend your arms in front of you. Come up a little bit higher. A little bit higher.
A little bit higher. Bring your knee to your nose. Hold that position as you lower your left leg slowly with control, using your core all the way down to your mat. Take a moment to exhale through your mouth. Inhale, exhale through your mouth. Great. Right leg again. Bend your left knee and straighten your right leg. Grab your strap. Position your strap top of your right foot, sole of your right foot. And now this time you're going to grab your strap with the right hand only. Your left hand will go on top of your left outer hip. Try to keep your left outer hip grounded as you slowly start opening that right leg out to the right. So only go as far as your hips allow, so the hip stretch. Make sure the priority is to keep the left outer hip grounded. So you don't have to go quite low, you can just stay here and opening the abductors, the inner thigh muscles. Make your right leg longer. Press the ball of your right foot into the strap and take your belly to the left. Deepen your breath. Breathe into your belly, breathe into your lungs, breathe into your throat. Then come back. Come back. Now, straighten your left leg and you're going to twist. So that right leg will go to the left, across the midline to the left, and go only a little bit again. So make sure your right outer hip is grounded. We're stretching the abductors, outer muscles here, tensor fascia latae, your glute, your hamstring insertion. Press your right outer hip into your mat, and you can use your right thumb to pull your right outer hip away from your armpit. Take your left foot more to the left and breathe so deep, stretching the outer muscles here of your leg. Deep breathing. Turn your belly more to the right. Right shoulder pressing to the mat, and you can turn also your head all the way to the right. Then come back to neutral, switch. Second leg, left leg goes up. Neutral first, holding the strap with both hands. Then straighten your right leg. Grab your strap with your left hand only, and the right hand will go on top of your right outer hip. Grounding your right hip. Breathe, straighten your left knee, and exhale, open to the left. Open your left leg out to the left, opening your left hip, and breathe. So much breathing here. So our project is very subtle work with breath and allowing deep structures, small different muscles in your pelvis to open as you breathe. The main focus is on our hamstrings, lengthening, tight hamstrings. And come back to center, catch your strap with your right hand and take your left foot across to the right. Breathe. Your left outer hip away from your left armpit. Breathe deeply. Deep breath. Turn your head to the left, left shoulder flat. Take a bit more to the right. Keep your left outer hip grounded. So important. Keep the left outer hip grounded. Use your left hand to press your hip into your mat. And come back slowly back to neutral position. Release the strap and please bring your both knees into your armpits. And rock forward and backward. Rocking. Massage your spine. Cross your shins. Please come to your downward facing dog.
First thing to do, we're going to actually take 2 blocks and position your hands on top of your blocks. So it gives you extra height, 4 inches height, and our main focus again is on hamstrings here. So first thing to do, curl your toes, lift your sit bones, lengthen your spine, and take your sit bones up and back, and then slowly straighten both legs. Now your heels might or might not touch the mat, that's okay. Lift your toes, intensifying the calf stretch and hamstring stretch. Lift your toes and pull your heels down and back towards the back of your mat as you lift your sit bones up. And just breathe here. So much breathing here. You can see your kneecaps, look down into your knees and pull your kneecaps up to firm the muscles of your thighs, thigh muscles at the front of your legs. So much work stretching your spine as well as hamstrings and calves. Then walk your blocks closer towards your feet. Keep going slowly, 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 all the way towards your feet. Now keep your heels grounded, your toes lifted, and you might have to adjust the blocks. So you might have to come up on the highest height and push into your blocks with your hands to lift your belly and round your spine. Pull your kneecaps up and straighten your legs. Toes lifted, pulling the energy from the soles of your feet all the way down to your pelvis. Intense hamstring stretch. Now keep that action. Maybe lower your blocks again, flat or medium height, and push your hands into your blocks. Lift your sit bones more. Lift your belly button all the way up towards the spine. Keep that action. Just a few more breaths. Breathe deeply. Hamstring project, working on that hamstring release. Then walk your hands a little bit forward, just a short dog version, but keep again your heels grounded. So only go as far forward as your heels maintain that connection with your mat. If your heels lift, then back off. And again, ground your heels and breathe into your hamstrings. Gently release, take a moment in child position. Relax. Open your knees as wide as your armpits and sit on your heels, bow forward, release your hips. Breathe into your inner thighs. Then come back again, back to your downward facing dog. Keep your hands on top of your blocks. Now take your feet wider apart, side stretch. Pivot on your toes and turn your both heels to the left as you turn your toes to the right. Both legs are straight. Lift your right hands more through your right hand. A little bit more externally rotate your right upper arm bone and lift your right outer hip more. And breathe. Breathe deeply. Pull your kneecaps, lift your right outer hip more. Come back to neutral. Inhale, exhale, second side. Pivot on your toes and heels to the right. And breathe. Left outer hip lifts. Breathe to your left armpit, left rib cage, left hip. And come back again. Walk your feet all the way to the front of your mat, all the way forward. Place your hands on your blocks, lengthen. Ardha Uttanasana. Now again, legs are straight. Lift your toes. So lifting toes helps you to engage the muscles of your legs. Pulling your kneecaps up, lift your sit bones. Now keep your legs so strong that you can allow both arms to travel forward. Use your core. Deepen your breath. Shift your weight more on your toes. Breathe. Press your inner thighs back and apart. Lift your chest, chin, gazing forward. 2 more breaths.
And then release. Then bend your knees. Just release for a moment. Deep bend in your knees. Release your spine. Hands on your hips, shoulders back. And very slowly come up all the way to standing. Gonna warm up our body. Standing in Tadasana. Feet are hip width apart. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, bow and touch the floor. Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step your right leg back. Now you need your blocks. Again, highest height or lowest height. First thing we're doing here is bend your front knee deeply. Take your left shin forward and lift your right outer hip. Straighten your back knee. Press into the ball of your back foot and extend your spine forward. Deep breathing. Now as you exhale, straighten your front leg and bend your back knee deeply. Bend your back knee so much that you pull your back knee towards your front heel. Now you can even add more intensity by flexing your front leg. Pull your back foot towards your front heel. Round your spine like a cat. Round it. Pull your belly button and press your left heel into your mat. And pull your left heel towards your back foot. Intense hamstring stretch here on the left side. And again, bend your front knee. You can remember, use the blocks. If you don't need blocks, just keep your fingers on your mat and play. Inhale, exhale, straighten your front leg, bend your back knee and round your spine. Intense hamstring stretch. Pull your feet, scissor your legs towards each other. Exhale, again, bend your front knee. Lift your spine, adding gentle back bend here. Lift your chest, chin. Exhale, one more time. Bend your back knee, front leg straight. Pull your left heel towards your back foot. Round your spine. Keep your breath long, deep. Pull your belly button up. Pelvic floor muscles up. And again, come back to front knee bend. Lower your right knee down to the floor. And come up to kneeling Anjaneyasana. Bend your front knee. Deep breath, shoulders away from your ears. Long, deep breathing. Lift your belly, lengthen your tailbone. So your back leg is in deep extension. Your front leg is in deep flexion. We're focusing on opening the flexors here on the back leg and opening the hamstring on the front leg. Arms up, look up. Exhale, touch the floor. Then take your blocks inside of your left foot and lift your back knee. One more hip stretch. Take your blocks more in front of you and lift your back knee. Slide your back foot far back and just sway your hips side to side. Open, side to side. Breathe, just finding places in your body where you feel tight. Breathe into those. Allow the opening. Lizard pose. Exhale, release, and come back. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, plank position. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Curl up to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just take a couple of breaths. Lengthen your spine and straighten both legs. Look down into your knees, pull your kneecaps, lift your sit bones and ground your heels. Additionally, lift your toes to intensify the calf stretch. And bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, hop or step forward. Hands on your blocks. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Forward bend. Inhale, reach your arms over your head, look up. Exhale, hands down to your heart. Second side. Inhale, reach your arms, look up.
Exhale, bow and touch the floor. Bow forward. Hands on your blocks. Inhale, lengthen. Elbows straight, spine and legs straight. Exhale, step your left leg back. Walk your right foot forward and slide your left foot further back. Straighten your back knee. Use your blocks to start with. Lift your chest, chin, spine is long. Opening hips. Inhale. Exhale, straighten your front leg. And again, bend your back knee. Deeply pull your back foot towards your front heel towards your back foot. Still straighten your front leg, round your spine. Deep breath into your right hamstring. Pull your kneecap more. And then again, bend your front knee with blocks or without. Inhale again. Exhale. Flex your front foot and bend your back knee. Round your spine. Deep breathing. And again, bend your front knee. Lengthen. Spine straight forward. Exhale. Breathe. Straighten your front leg more. Round your spine more. And exhale. Bend your front knee. Now lower your left knee down and come up to kneeling. Hamstrings, bend your front knee. Long deep breath. Shoulders away from your ears, bend your knee deeper. Take your right shin forward, lift your belly and lengthen your tailbone, adding gentle back bend. And exhale, right hand goes inside of your right foot. With blocks or without, lift your back knee and slide your left foot further back. Lengthen all the way, straighten spine more, straighten your back knee, look into your belly, lift your sit bones up more, and then bend your front knee deeper. Option to come down your forearms, have more space in your body. Keep on lengthening your spine, lifting your chest and chin forward, and exhale, release. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Curl up to cobra, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your kneecaps, lift your sit bones, straighten your knees, ground your heels. Deep breath. Bend your knees, look forward and light hop forward. Lengthen Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bow. Uttanasana. Reach your arms over your head, look up, arms straight. Exhale, hands down to your heart. Sun salutations B, throwing in a few more poses. Good. Inhale, bend your knees, sit low, chair position. Exhale, bow, forward bend. Inhale, lengthen, halfway. Exhale, step your right leg back, lower your right knee down to the floor, come back to your Hamstrings. Now, increase the distance between your back knee and front heel. Bend your front knee more. Stretching again, back here, your thigh. Just find space, locating ease. Find how much you can surrender, how much you can let go with your breath. Keep your arms straight and then lift your back knee. High lunge. Relax your shoulders, bend your knee more. Lift your belly, corset your abdomen. Deep breathing. Bend your knee more. Stay low and open to warrior two position. Deepen your breath, bend your front knee more. Just relax. Just notice those more intense places in the body where you feel tight and you're about to stop breathing. Just deepen your breath and go into more ease. Just notice the state of being you are in. Relax your jaw. Relax your gaze. Just mapping, constantly checking in with yourself. And come back again. Arms up. Back to your high lunge. Lean forward all the way to the front. Rest your left ribs on top of your left thigh. Now you can extend your arms towards the back because we're going to transition to warrior three. Balancing on your left leg. Lift your right heel higher, shoulders lifted, core active. Take your left outer thigh back, right outer hip down, and breathe. Use your core, shoulders away from your ears, deepen your breath. Now we're going to grab the blocks, add fun pose, twisting. So you grab your blocks, and first thing to do, what the blocks are giving you is that stability where you can square your hips. Take your left outer hip back, right outer hip down. Hamstring stretch on the left side, left thigh, left hamstring. Now we're going to keep the right hand on the block and position your left hand on your sacrum. And start turning to the left. Turning to the left, breathe deeply, rotating. Pull your left kneecap up more, press your left heel down, and lift your right heel higher. And just breathe. Turn more, turn more, turn more. And if you have flexibility in your shoulders, extend that top left arm straight up. Reverse half moon position. And again, come back to neutral, bend your standing leg, and step back to your low lunge, Hanumanasana. Arms up. So opening psoas muscle, adding side bend. Catch your right wrist and inhale, lengthen through right side of your body. Reach your right arm towards the ceiling and go to the left. Open your right side, waist, armpits, right armpit, right rib cage. Bend your front knee more. Lift your chest and chin, adding gentle back bend. Good. Then release. Hands on your blocks or flat. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, slow vinyasa, plank position. Exhale, bend your elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths. Again, look into your knees. Pull your kneecaps up. Press your inner thighs back. Lift your sit bones and ground your heels. Lift your toes more to add more intensity. Calf stretch. Pulling your heels back towards the back edge of your mat. Look forward. Inhale. Bend your knees. Exhale. And light hop or step forward. Inhale. Half forward bend. Inhale. Exhale, bow, full forward bend. Uttanasana. Bend your knees, touch the floor. Inhale. Chair pose, 1 breath here. Exhale. Back to Tadasana. Second side, bend your knees. Sit low. Inhale. Chair position, 1 breath. Inhale. Exhale. Fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Half forward bend. Exhale, step your left leg back. Lower your left knee down. Blocks are ready for you for later. Come up to kneeling. Bend your front knee.
Just take a moment to connect with your breath. Every time we come back to these poses, we just check in with the breathing. Locating ease, finding presence. Stay available to this pose, softening places where you can soften, letting your pelvis sink gently into your mat, opening pelvis, then arms up. More advanced position, straighten your back leg. Bend your front knee more. Back leg straight. Press into the ball of your back foot, lift your belly. Lift your pelvic floor muscles and open. Warrior two. Check where you're contracting, where you're tightening. Relax your jaw. Breathe all the way down to your jaw. Down to your throat. Down to your chest, to your belly. Strong legs. Relax your gaze. Straighten your back knee more. Press into the left heel more. Bend your front knee a little bit more. Come back. Back to your high lunge. Bend your knee deeply. And then lean forward. Just briefly rest your ribs on top of your right thigh. Engage your core, lift your belly, and slowly transition to your warrior three. Take 3 breaths, just balancing on your right leg. Shoulders travel towards the ceiling. Engage your core. Pull your kneecap up. Straighten your standing leg. Grab your blocks. More stability. And play with squaring your hips. Take your right outer thigh back and lower your left outer hip down. Engage your core. Lengthen through your spine, chest and chin. Back knee straight. We're adding a twist here, so start turning your belly to the right. Slowly rotating the right hand on top of your sacrum. Right shoulder up and twist all the way to the left. Lift your left heel higher. Lift your left heel a little bit higher. Turning, turning, turning. Possibly lifting your top arm. And come back. Lower your back knee again. Down. Come up to your Hanumanasana. Right? So that fire, the change in your body, that intensity. Check who you are inside of those transitions. See how much you can generate ease, how much you can just allow attention to dissolve. More lightness, more space, locating ease. Arms straight up, catch your left wrist and guarding side bend. Go to the right, bend your knee, lift your belly, lift your chest and chin. And release, touch the floor. Hands on your blocks. Step back to your downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, plank position. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Curl up, upward dog. Arms straight, look up, chin up. Exhale, down dog again. And 3 breaths here. Ground your heels, lift your toes. Pull your heels back. Now lower your knees down. Stretch our flexors. You can grab 1 block or 2 blocks and come to hero position. Knees are hip width apart and sit upright. That's quite intense for some of you already just being in this position. Remember, you can always add more blocks to sit on. Those of you who are more flexible, please explore further options. Go into gentle back bend Forearms down. Lengthen your tailbone. Lift your pubic bone. Stretching flexors, your quads. And then go all the way into your full pose. Supta Virasana. Now draw your front ribs in more. Reduce the back bending and flatten your spine more. Lengthen your tailbone. Press the back of your skull into your mat. And catch your elbows just above your head. And again, mapping where you are, locating ease, who you are in this pose. Just find out how much you can soften, how much you can allow the breath to go into tightest parts of your body. Exhale through your mouth twice more. And come back slowly. Come back to downward facing dog. Position your hands outer shoulder width apart and lift up to your dog position. Stretch your legs. Look between your hands. Lift your toes, press your inner thighs back. Lift your sit bones. So much breath here. Just breathe. And walk your feet all the way forward. Now, forward bend, Uttanasana. Uttan means that Sanskrit word intense stretch. Uttan, feel that intense stretch here in your hamstrings, in your lower spine, glutes. Grab your big toes, adding more intensity, or just stay on your fingertips, possibly on the high side if you're very tight. And those of you who are more flexible, hands go flat. Grab your big toes or slide your hands all the way underneath the soles of your feet. So you walk your feet on top of your palms of your hands and start with knees bent to open flexion your hips and then lift your sit bones, bow in more, pull your kneecaps. Just breathe. So pick your variation again. Remember, you can always just stay holding your toes, pulling yourself more into the forward bend, lifting your kneecaps more and lifting your sit bones as you ground your heels down more. Then release. Hands on your hips, bend your knees, and slowly come up to standing. Moment to close your eyes. Just a couple of hip stretches and we go into our splits again. Bend your knees, chair pose, sit low. Exhale, bow, Uttanasana. Lengthen halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step your right leg back. Far back. Giant distance between your front foot, back foot, and ground your back heel flat. Back foot is like a warrior two position. And you walk your both hands to the front right edge of your mat, diagonal stretch. Stay on tips of your fingers and lift your heart. Bend your front knee deeply. Now look into your back foot and press your back foot into your mat. Pull your back foot towards your front heel and bend your right knee. When you bend your right knee, that shin goes forward. Again, pull your feet towards each other and take your sit bones back. Take your inner thighs back and apart, opening deeply your hamstrings.
pelvis. Keep the back knee bent, or more advanced choice, straighten your right leg. Take your right inner thigh back. Bend your front knee more. And straighten your back knee more. And again, bend your front knee more. And straighten your back leg. And walk your hands all the way to the right. Turn your left foot in. Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward bend. First thing to do is align both feet parallel. Then come up on the tips of your fingers and bend your knees deeply. Bend your knees deeply. Feel the stretch in inner thighs, adductors, and pull your feet towards midline. Take your sit bones back more. Take your sit bones back more and start bowing in. Fold in, head towards the mat. You can keep the knees bent. You can stay through the whole time with knees bent, or go further into full leg straight position. Head down towards the mat. Lift your sit bones more to ground your heels down. So that relationship between grounding your heels and lifting your sit bones towards the ceiling lengthens your hamstrings, all the muscles, glutes, stretching, deep stretch. Just breathe here. Now, walk your hands all the way to the right, towards the back of your mat. And keep your back foot grounded. Turn your right foot out. And walk your hands diagonal to the left side of your mat. Bend your front knee. Take a moment to bend your back knee as well and pull your feet towards each other and take your sit bones back. Just check in with yourself. How is this side doing? Just breathe, maybe sway your hips side to side, just to opening a little bit of the pelvis. Bend your knee more, lift your heart more, then straighten your back leg. Bend your front knee more, and then walk again to the center, come back to neutral, widen the distance, go a little bit wider the previous round, and bow forward again. Your head or forearms grounded. Pull your kneecaps. Lift your sit bones. Come up on the tips of your fingers. And we'll come back again to the front of your mat. Gently, slowly moving back to downward facing dog. Take 5 breaths. Steady, slow breath. Push through your hands to lift your sit bones and ground your heels again. Now, lift your right leg up, one-legged dog. Ground your left heel, straighten your left leg and lift your right heel higher. Push through your hands more. Take your left outer thigh back and lower your right outer hip down. And travel your right knee all the way to your nose. Kiss your knee. Round your spine, lift your waist. There's a moment of core activation. Push through your hands more into your mat. And lightly step through. Lower your left knee down. Good, so trying to enter that more split. We'll just go to our low lunge. Take your left knee further back. You might need blocks. Please grab your blocks and slide your left knee far back. Slide your left knee far back. So much space between your front heel and your back knee. Bend your front knee deeply and walk your blocks with you to lift your spine more, shoulders back. And just breathe. again, see where you are with your breath. Finding more ease. Smiling, optional. Just finding what can you do to keep that place of true ease. And just finding more and more your breath. Opening the muscles with your breath. You can stay here, hands on your blocks, or reach your arms over your head and catch your elbows. Hug your inner thighs towards the midline and lift your belly. Bend your knees more. Bend your knees more. Lift your chest and chin. Open your heart. And then release. Now, straighten your front leg. Runner stretch. Again, you can increase the distance between your back knee and front heel and slide your right heel forward more. Good. With your blocks or without the blocks. Flex your front foot. And same thing, bend your right knee. Notice what happens when you bend your right knee. You release your hamstring. There's more space. So bow forward a little bit more, then re-extend your right leg. Again, bend your front knee deeply and then re-extend your right leg. Bend your front knee and re-extend your back leg. Press your right heel into your mat and pull your heel towards your back knee and bow forward more. Round your spine, push through your hands into your mat and lift your belly button. And then release. Beautiful. Walk your blocks all the way forward and slowly step back to downward facing dog. Come to neutral pose. Deep breath. Lift your sit bones. Straighten both knees. And second side. Lift your left leg up. Left leg straight. Take your right inner thigh back. Lift your left heel higher. Straighten your right leg, left leg. And exhale, bring your left knee to your nose. Around your spine. Push through your hands. Core activation. Light step forward. Drop your right knee down. Grab your blocks. Walk your hands backward. Slide your right knee further back and go to your maximum here. A space between your back knee and front heel and explore how's that. Decide how you're feeling here. So, very intense. Some of you just find a way to be still, find a way to be soft. Explore your breath. Stay here or grab your arms above your head with your hands and take a few more breaths to breathe to your lungs, to your throat, to your armpits as you bend your front knee more, going deeper and deeper into your pelvis, allowing with your breath, opening pose. Now release, straighten front leg, straighten your left knee, slide your left heel forward, more space. And with blocks or without blocks, bend your left knee, open your left hip, and then straighten your left knee 3 times. Bend your front knee, lean more in, straighten your front knee. Again, bend your front knee, exhale, straighten front knee. And then bow forward, try to bring your forehead to your shin, deepening your breath. Pull your left knee up, press your left heel down and pull your left heel towards your back knee. So we want to stretch that hamstring, gently applying that engagement. It's not just a passive stretch, also it's a slight muscle is active as we're stretching the muscle. Good. Relax. Slowly relax and come back to your downward facing dog.
Lift your sit bones, heel grounded, and take a child pose just to soften. Anytime it feels too much, you can always come back to child pose. Always find the grounding, finding ease, finding space. That's really the conversation we're having together, is wherever you are, it doesn't matter what the circumstances you are in, you can always come back to that place of ease. Always find a way of letting go, drop negativity, drop tension.
Great. Now, second round, going into a little bit more intensity. Come back to your downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up again. Right leg up. Bring your right knee again to your nose.
Kiss your knee, round your spine,
And step your right foot forward. Lower your left knee down. Good. So now we're going to take that right foot outside of the mat. The right block goes inside of your right ankle, and slide your left knee further back and straighten your front leg. So if you have slippery floor, that's great. If you don't, or if your mat is not slippery at all, you can grab your blanket and gently position your heel on top of your blanket. Good. We can feel this is so much better. And gently slide your right heel out more diagonal. Then slide your left knee further back and bend your right knee. Bow forward, walk your block slightly further forward and press your right heel into your block or mat and pull your right heel towards your back knee. Then straighten your right leg more. So again, going into this deep hip stretch, right side. Take your foot more towards the midline. And then you can add a bit of a twist. Take your blocks, right block outside of your shin and adding more of a rotation. Turn your belly to the right. Turn your belly more to the right. Both blocks outside of your shin. You can bend your right knee. Turn your belly more. See where you are, how much you can go into that intensity with your breath. Relax your jaw. Just bear with me. Soften. Allow. Receive this pose. Then come back slowly. Back to your downward facing dog. See where you are. Stretch both legs. Exhale through your mouth. It's always helpful to just let go all the tension. Take your tongue out and let go. Great. Second leg. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, bring your left knee to your nose. Kiss your knee and step your left leg forward. Lower your right knee down and take your block inside of your left ankle. Good. Explore space. First thing, creating more distance. Slide your right knee back. Walk your left leg more to the side. Find a slippery surface. And straighten your left leg. Again, I'm going to use my blanket. Just having a bit of more surface that I can explore that boundaries. So remember, every single body is different. So you just have to be so in tune with your body to know how far you can go. Never force anything, just use your breath and bend your left knee. See, can you go deeper? Can you slide that left heel forward more without forcing anything? Just breathe. And then walk your hands to the left. Turn your belly to the left. And then bow in, possibly resting your forehead on your shin or not. Deep breathing. Pull your left knee up to intensify your hamstring stretch. Lift your belly button, lengthen your tailbone, lift your pelvic floor muscles and bow more in. Allow the breath to open the pose, soften, release, let go, breathe to your hamstrings. And when you're ready, slowly come back to downward facing dog. Stretch both legs. Lift your toes, lift your kneecaps, press your thighs back. Exhale through your mouth. Good. So that is your journey again and again, going into that very boundary. Every day with your practice you will be able to go a little bit further with your breath, with that space of ease. That's the future waiting for us. We're going to start cooling down now, so please sit on the pillow or blanket and open your legs wide apart. So we did all the beautiful work here with opening hamstrings, sit wide-legged position and slide your pelvis a little bit more forward so your sit bones are just grounded and your buttocks are lifted on top of the pillows. Sit upright. Take your hands behind you and lift your breastbone. Roll your shoulders back. Just close your eyes for a moment. Close your eyes and press your inner thighs down into your mat. Pull your kneecaps and find breath. Find space. Travel your breath all the way down to your belly. Your bones become heavier, grounded. Gravity allows you to soften. Eyes are soft. See where you are. What is the quality of your presence right now? At the end of the class, how much more you are receptive, available. Now open your eyes, bend your knees again and reach to your big toes. If you can't reach your big toes, grab your shins. You can grab your big toes or outer edges of your feet and lift your heart. Shoulders back. Slowly start straightening your legs. Pull your kneecaps up. Or you can keep your knees bent and work more on the forward bending. Shoulders away from your ears. Ground through the outer hips. Close your eyes and just 3 breaths here. Be patient. Upavishta Konasana. Now come back to sitting upright. Support with your hands behind you or sit with your hands on top of your thighs. Close your eyes. I'm going to do some breathing. Pranayama. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold your breath. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a moment to emptying out completely. Lift your pelvic floor muscles. Inhale again. Filling your belly with air. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can keep 8 or 6. Exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that round going. A few more, 3 times more on your own. As you breathe, keep tracking that space of ease in you, where you're still holding, where you're still resisting, what can you soften more, what part of your body is pulling, any sensations in your body, dissolving that with your breath. Very slowly come back, last round. Open your eyes and stay where you are. Just one more thing before we go into Shavasana. Twist your belly to the left and turn your belly. Then slowly start bowing towards your left knee, twisting. You can again bend your left knee to open your left hip, bow forward more. And bow more in. Please make sure your right outer hip is grounded. If you lift your right buttock, please come back and ground your right outer hip and turn from your right waist to your left waist. Bow forward more. Breathe through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. At the moment, neutral. Come back to your second leg. Turn first, twisting, rotation in your spine. And then walk your hands forward, lean forward. Bend your right knee to open. Open your right hip. Bow more in. Turn more. Ground your left outer hip more. And bow. Enjoy. Enjoy. Soft, easeful place. Letting go. Releasing. Exhale through mouth. And come back. Just observe where you are. What are you broadcasting right now? What is the quality of your presence? What is your mood? Welcome to rest in Shavasana. Make your way to a comfortable corpse pose. Extend both legs straight in front of you. And lie down. Shoulders flat. Lift your heart. Turn your palms up. And release. Body quiet, mind quiet. Release your jaw, the tongue. Allow your eyes to drop deeper into your skull. Soften your eyelids, inner ears, space behind your eyes softens, widens. Skull, heavy, relaxed. Let go.
Coming back slowly to your awareness, coming back to your senses, your breath, the body you are in, your bones, muscles, your heartbeat. Moving your toes, fingers, wake up. Conscious awareness. Open your eyes gently, coming back to the room you are in, and start slowly bending your knees. Hug your knees to your chest. Rock side to side. Release your pelvis, all that work. Just make sure there's no tension there. Last opportunity to find ease. And turn to the right. Take a couple of breaths on the right side of your body. Use your left palm to press yourself up to sitting, closing, cross-legged position. Sit upright, roll your shoulders back and come right into the center of your being. The part of you that is constant. Hold that space. When we are in that state of true ease, everyone around us become more at ease simply because of our calmness. And if you think you don't know how to do this, trust me, something inside you does. Bring your palms to your heart with gratitude. Inhale. Namaste. Thank you so much.